Gallinée, it doesn't sound like it, but we are an English company. We were born in London in 2016, and it was all based on my pharmacy thesis. So I'm a French doctor in pharmacy. I wrote my thesis on the skin microbiome and topical probiotics, and I patented my thesis and I used it to create the Gallinée formulation. So when we launched in 2016, we were the first brand to ever take care of your skin microbiome and your skin and make the two of them work together. And it's all because of some autoimmune disease that I have, which got me interested in the microbiome before it was cool. So thanks to my science background, I was able to explore a little bit and to develop some innovation a bit before everyone. But the microbiome is one of the biggest trends in beauty at the moment, and it's been nice to be there from the start. Like, it's super cool as a beauty and wellness area.
Tell us a little bit why the microbiome is so important for your skin.
So it is very important because it's literally your first layer of protection. So anything that touches your skin will touch your microbiome first. And there's this thing called the hygiene hypothesis, saying that we are way too clean and our modern lifestyle is destroying your skin microbiome and your gut microbiome. And that's why everybody is inflamed all the time. And so you've got sensitive skin, or you've got eczema or acne, or premature aging. And that would be all linked to the fact that your microbiome is not there to protect you and reduce inflammation anymore. So when you think about it like that, what I like about Gallinée and microbiome beauty in general is that it makes you totally rethink the way that beauty products are even conceived. So of course, we talk a lot about the active ingredient and we use pre, pro, and postbiotics, but also in the background, every single ingredient that you put on your skin has to be tested to see its effect on the microbiome, which makes the whole microbiome thing more than a trend. It's more of a revolution in the way that we even formulate beauty products. And it's good to have the consumer side, and I love also to have the very technical side of developing products with chemists, but also with microbiologists now, to make sure that every product that you create is actually helping the microbiome.
And as you think about the state of the world today, what do you see as some of the biggest challenges that women are facing as it relates to their health and wellness?
Well, for me, so I see the world through the lens of bacteria a lot, but I think everyone is inflamed inside and out. Everyone is stressed. Like so many food allergies. So like there's this whole state of constant inflammation that can be actually more than helped with. It can be fixed with taking care of your microbiome. So for me, that's one of the biggest challenge of modern life, is how you can reduce this constant state of inflammation.
And how do you think about your target audience and what characteristics define them?
So I think my target audience is a bit like a healthy microbiome. It's really diverse. Every person who's got bacteria on their skin or on their scalp deserves to take care of them. So my target audience is everyone with bacteria, which is like everyone. Saying that, we have a lot of our target audience who is either with sensitive skin or skin prone to eczema or skin prone to acne. So we are a good problem fixer, and we fix problem in a very different way, because typically for eczema and acne, the view of traditional beauty has always been very antibacterial, and now we make it pro-bacterial. So we actually help your skin to help itself, which is very innovative and which is also very efficient for the consumer.
And Marie, your suite of products, it expands from face, body, hair, supplements, oral care, which is really interesting as well. Is there anything different about the microbiome when you look at those different products that you're creating?
So yes, we started with skincare, and I think like our core of our sales is still face care. But yeah, everywhere where you've got bacteria, usually on your body, they're quite mistreated by traditional beauty, which means that we make a lot of sense on scalp, for example, especially if you talk about dandruff and the way that dandruff is treated. We have very successful intimate care products also, because this area is full of bacteria and it's not really loved bacteria. And I think the oral care microbiome is so interesting because that's the only microbiome that you try to kill twice a day with traditional toothpaste. And I can see traditional beauty is also changing a little bit in the background. But clearly, it's a new field. I love the innovation part of it. So we also launched some supplements that take care of your gut microbiome with an effect on your skin, which for me is the future of beauty.
And that is a great segue to my next question in terms of how do you see the wellness landscape evolving over the next several years?
So maybe that's my pharmacist side, but I see a lot more fact-based science and a lot more proof of efficiency, I would say. So it's not so much about what's not in your product. I would like it to be a bit more about what are in your product and what it does. And clearly that's a trend we see. Like we also see a trend in Gallinée a lot about education. We've got consumer really hungry to know, what ingredients do, or how the microbiome work, or what can I do to make my microbiome better. So the education as a brand becomes more and more important for me. And the third one I see is a big trend toward minimalism. So using less ingredients in products and maybe using less product, which is a bit counterintuitive for an industry that always pushed a lot about consumption. But both on the microbiome side, where like the less product you use, the better your skin feel, and on the ecology side and the sustainability side, it makes sense to use less product but better products.
That's really interesting. I'm just thinking about my beauty cabinet right now and the 50 different creams and serums that I have.
You can only buy a new one if you finish two.
That is a great rule of thumb. And Marie, that leads me to my last question, which is what's next for Gallinée?
Well, we have a big world to conquer, I would say. So we've been innovating in new categories, and I'm really interested in using the microbiome to develop even more innovative products. So I've got a lot of ideas, and that's my little scientific side. And on the commercial side, we have been expanding quite rapidly. So at the moment, it's mostly managing growth. But yeah, like it's a bright bacterial future.